to the show, we've heard of jazz as a genre, but this style of music has so many subgenres like smooth jazz, Latin jazz, even contemporary jazz. And lucky for you, gypsy jazz is what is coming up now, as the musicians of Sam Smaller tell us where and how this style of jazz came about. The bass, drums, violin, rhythm guitar, and a singer. The ensemble for what was being touted as a cool musical evening was taking shape. Manouche Panache. The ballroom of the Taj Connemara was abuzz with activity as the Sam Smaller musicians readied the stage for the Fête de la Musique organized by Alliance Francaise. Amidst all the commotion, I managed to get the leader of the group, Samuel Strook, for a quick round of questions. In the process, helping myself get into the groovy mood of the gypsies. The tall and the short of it. I'm talking to Samuel from the band Sam Smaller, and they're performing at the Fête de la Musique at Taj Connemara. So Sam, how did Sam Smaller originate?
Sam Smaller, I've created Sam Smaller 2 years ago. I've decided to make that band because I would like to make music very easy to listen and very easy to dance, and something that you can share with everybody everywhere. But I'm very happy. This is a pretty new band. You're gonna see tonight.
Okay, and you guys also take pleasure in performing gypsy jazz.
Yeah.
How is gypsy jazz different from jazz?
Gypsy jazz, in fact, is I don't know if you know this guy Django Reinhardt. Yeah, he's a very great guitar player. He died in 1953, and he used to take the songs from West America, from America, New York, and play it with guitar, with violin and with double bass, without trumpet, without saxophone, and without drums. And that is a huge difference because of the sound of this instrument. And then he used to play this kind of music with this instrument, and that was the first gypsy jazz music. And he was a gypsy, and he mixed the gypsy lyrism with the songs, American songs, and that was how the gypsy jazz came.
And so, with Django Reinhardt setting the tune for gypsy jazz, Sam has now taken the grooves to a whole new level.
You take this? Yeah.
All yours.
Okay. This song is a song with Turkish lyrics. It is about when you have finished with your girlfriend, and the lyrics says she has beautiful skin, she has beautiful eyes, she has a beautiful body, but the words she says are strong and are very hard. And the song is like this. Sorry, there's music upstairs. Yarın yanakları al İşvesi yerinde, saçları belinde. Yarın yanakların al vücudu kıvrak, teni yumuşak. Lakin diri sırdiş. You're gonna put reverb on that, right? Thank you.
That was really nice. Who said that you need a language for music, right? Music crosses all languages. As Sam exercised his vocal cords one last time, the audience began to gather inside. Whether it was for the love of music or the curiosity to understand this genre, the guests were there and swaying.
I'm new to jazz music itself, and Chennai was starved for music, Western music, and particularly jazz music. So for me, it's a completely new experience. I'm looking forward to it, and it should be a nice evening, I think.
I don't listen to much of classical Tamil music because I'm a musician myself in Carnatic genre. But I do listen to a lot of jazz and gypsy music. It's very interesting. Recently there was another concert from Titi Robin. I don't know if you were aware of it, but they also did a tremendously good concert, and I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, it's a very interesting combination, gypsy and jazz music, and this is the first time I'm listening to this particular group, but looking forward to a good one.
Organized by Alliance Francaise to celebrate the World Music Day, Consul General of France in Puducherry, Mr. Fournier, who attended the evening's performance, reminded us why music crosses over all barriers.
Today is not a day where there's more concerts than the other day. It's much more than that. What we celebrate today is not professional music, although we also have professional groups entertaining us. What we celebrate is much more than that. It is free access to music. It is spontaneity. It is creativity. The World Music Day basically is a day where everybody goes in the streets and play music together.
And the living is easy. Fish are jumping.
Sam Smala comprises Quentin Brenner on the drums, Matthias Levy on the violin, Serena Fissu on the vocals, Samuel Strook on the guitar, and Julien Marin on the bass.
Oh, your daddy's rich, and your mom, she's a pretty good-looking baby. Well, so hush, my little baby, my baby, don't cry. Je courais dans une soirée de hippie avec un bel pourtant. Quand je me suis réveillé dans ma tête, il y avait un souci. Elle m'a pris la main et m'a fait swinguer la vie. Je suis là, mais trop bon. J'ai claqué tout le monde tout seul pour une soirée avec un avion.
The wonderful blend of the influences from the East and the West made this concert a family affair, which is what Smala from their name means. Having performed in various parts of the country, Sam Smala's tryst with the Indian culture has left the band wanting more of India and everything Indian, even if it's chai. So what is it about India that you like the most?
Yeah, of course, chai.
The free-flowing nature of the gypsy jazz is so subtle you don't even realize when you're moving to the groove. Well, the music in the air, it's time to check what else is there. The next story had smoke signals arising from Gatsby Village, and here's why. With its breezy outdoor amphitheatre, the quaint little tryst cafe in Neelankari was a perfect setting for smoke signals. No, don't get alarmed. We mean smoke signals, a compilation of stories, anecdotes and quotes by famous personalities on smoking. Compiled and directed by the renowned Mithran Devanasan, these sketches were in fact staged several years ago, when nearly all the male members of the British Council and Madras Players did their rehearsals under a cloud of smoke. It was then that Mithran decided to do a show on smoking, or rather no smoking. However, unable to practice what they preached, they put the show on the back burner. But Mithran has now brought the production center stage again, because it has a deeper meaning for him. And here's why.
Then 6 years ago, I quit smoking. In October of last year, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. And much to the disappointment of everybody, the doctor said it was not smoking related. I had quit 6 years ago. And so now we're doing the show. And we hope that not only that the audience will have a good time, we not hope, we know the audience will have a good time, but they will go back. And as the USP of the show says, to light the fire or kick the butt.
And kick the butt they surely did. Theatre personality P.C. Ramakrishna, Sharanya Nair and country singer Alan Rigo from Bangalore had the audience in fits of laughter. Whether it was the bubblegum story by P.C. Ramakrishna or the heart-rending performance by Sharanya, the fun and laughter did spark a walk down the smoking lane for some.
I was about 25 years ago. In fact, all of us were smoking like chimneys. Some of us gave up at that time. I was one. And I gave up maybe 15 times before it stuck. And ultimately when I gave up, I realized why it stuck. I just said, what the hell, and I gave it up. And it stuck.
I used to smoke. I smoked for 40 years. I gave up 4 years ago. I can tell you it is the most difficult thing in the world to give up smoking. I loved smoking. I gave up every night and started every morning, you know, and I tried the patches, I tried hypnotherapy, I went for acupuncture and nothing worked. It just happened one day. I just threw the packs away and I've never touched a cigarette, and it's been 4 years. And I feel very healthy. And I would tell people, don't smoke, because you smell, your body smells, your hair smells, nobody wants to get near you. And in this day and age, I think it's very antisocial to smoke.
I smoke a little bit, moderation. I drink a little bit, in moderation. Moderation is the key word.
But Dr. Arvind Krishnamurthy won't hear of even moderation. He says stamp that cigarette out.
I think it is essential for every person as an individual not to smoke. And if at all there is somebody in the neighborhood, the immediate vicinity, in the family or in the neighborhood, they should actually ask them to abstain from this habit. And it should be first within the family and then within the neighborhood. And subsequently, I think you can spread the message across. I think we as surgical oncologists, as cancer surgeons, we would also try to chip in through specialized clinics of ours and aid the people who smoke to actually come to our clinics. But ultimately, I think it is a question of willpower. Everybody should realize the ills of smoking, and it's ultimately the attitude that actually helps them kick the habit.
So, if you want to live that wonderful life longer, breathe deep, but don't breathe in those toxic fumes. Well, some smoke for thought there. You probably need time to think about that. So I'll see you on the other side of the break with a clear mind. Who's the author behind those kids? Find out when we come back.